Welcome to part 3 of the Yugioh Duel Monsters AI Tournament, the World Cup, the big tournament. It's gonna have every character that I have already in the series, from the first 8 series. Alright, we're gonna start with the next battle, Dark Side of Dimension Yugi versus Grand Champion Taya. Already had him set up. If you didn't watch the Grand Champions battle, I had a few characters that were in the series and just trying to fill out the ranks, so it's not a tournament with only 8 characters or 12 characters. I had Taya, I also added Arthur just to fill in the ranks. Dark Side Dimension Yugi is basically from Dark Side Dimensions. I was contemplating even adding these characters right now or throwing them in later in the series tournaments, but I said they're dual monsters, so let's bring them in now. Taya is using a spellcaster equipped card deck with a few of her angels. Yugi's playing more of a Yugi deck. I tried keeping as many cards I could find that were in his deck. So, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully good. I was trying to record this on Thursday and Friday, but both those days didn't really happen, so this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Probably a week and a half before this starts getting played, maybe 2 weeks actually. Because I haven't uploaded like the Pharoah's Memory tournament yet, nor the video game master list for the DM. Looks like Taya's starting with the Apple Magician, Dark Magician, and the Fire Sorceress. And Obnoxious being obnoxious right now. I'm gonna finish this set of the top 100 and something characters. Probably later today record the rest of the second round. I originally was trying to do the first half of the round 1 and 2 in one video, but I realized that was gonna be 6 hours, and that's a long time. No one's gonna watch 6 hours of tournament, especially if it's not the finals or anything. So I'm gonna break this up into chunks, probably gonna be 3-hour chunks, which probably gonna be a long time, but we'll see. Okay, he's using the Mage Power. Now that Dark Mission is winning. Good job, Taya. Next up is going to be Little Yugi versus Bandit Keith. And what was Battle City one, right? Yeah, Battle City, Bandit Keith. And since Little Yugi was in both the tournaments, he's being right there again. Keith. This Panic Keith is the Battle City one that's possessed by Merrick. His main card is Sarah the Mat. In the manga, I don't believe he was ever possessed. Merrick. I believe he was gone until Yugioh R, honestly. No, Yugi still gets stuck in like a burning house or building or something for a little bit, but that was Duke's father in the manga. Little Yugi's using Curry Babylon in his deck today. Awaken the Dragon, that was one of his main cards. Trying to use it for the tournaments for just one Yugi was making it Yugi not win ever. So I kind of just divided the deck into two. Little Yugi gets the Curry Babylon, while the big one gets the dragon guy. I'm surprised Yugi didn't put it in defense position, not just a straight up attack positions. Looks like he's following my lead now, I guess. It's strange how Zera has a weird amount of cards linked to it itself. It's not really an archetype, and it's linked to both, like the Sky Sanctuary in the Sky and Pandemonium. Ritual Monster. I think it also has Synchro, I think, in my mind. Grippy puts the card in his hand. But Bandit Keith is the winner. Next up is Bakura versus Duke. And they're alright, this is gonna be the little Bakura. And Duke. Little Bakura just gave like a weird elemental Duriado deck. Duke is basically his Duke cards, maybe a little with a few more cards. Oh, on this side of the tournament, I'm gonna vote for Crump and Kasara. Hopefully they move up to the finals. Kasara, I pretty much feel like she will. She's a good duelist. Crump, not so much, but I like his penguin theme dumbness. Little Bakura summons the Star Boy. Little Bakura was basically, I like having even amounts of duelists, preferably divisible by 8. So Little Bakura was added to the tournament. So this week I got Burden the Mighty on his hand. I mean his deck. I get all the elements, power up things, and I got both the Doriado, the Ritual, and the angel looking character. Elemental Mistress, I think that's what she's called. Duke has the Gradius, like, he has a few Gradius cards like Jade Knight, or Jade, whatever that thing's called. Yeah, it's Jade Knight, never mind. He also has his boss monster. I feel like Duke will most likely win, but if Bakura draws right, he can win this really well. Uh-oh, Duke summons his boss. You draw 2, that's a double 2. That's a 5. I don't know what 2 does, but it does something. Little before, gotta do something. Destiny draw. The Bird of the Mighty. That won't keep you alive, unfortunately. We drew it a little earlier, maybe, but Little Bakura loses. Next up is Damon versus Simon. Damon is technically a Season 0 character, but since I had him introduced in Duelist Kingdom just to add another spot, because I wasn't going to do Season 0, there he is. That's why he's considered a Duelist Kingdom character for me. On this chart, at least. Damon is one of the 4 generals for Kaiba, his game masters. This one was basically the butler of Kaiba, dueled with like very low skull, like leveled skull servant like characters, just I think skulls or skeletons or whatever. So I gave Damon a very weak Skull Servant deck because I feel like I'm going to reuse those Skibberts a little later on for another character, or characters. There probably is a few video game characters that have Skull Servant too, but I tried making him a weak one. Shyman is a Exodia deck. don't recall if there's anything special with Shyman. I'm just gonna call him Simon right now. Even the H is silent. Looks like the 13th grave is a big powerhouse. Why is my S's going like this right now? That's... Simon's using a Dark Hole, destroying the 13th grave and the other face-down card. The Wandering Doomed. Looks like he's setting another card face down. What cards do we have for him? Ah, doesn't show me. I don't remember what his deck is, but I don't remember. Maybe those might have been instant fusion targets, or just, I don't know. King Celestirance on the field. Wandering Dream's getting into ambitious. Simon's setted leg. Skull attacks for 1. I think Damon might be winning this one. And Damon is the winner. Alright, next up is Seto versus Merrick. Merrick. And Merrick. Merrick is basically his Meritech. Seto is the virtual world version of him. They play very similar cards to what the other versions of themselves play. Nothing real special. I think Yami Merrick is the more chaotic version. Regular Merrick is more subtle with his plans. Oh, I thought he was gonna blast with Chain his K-Dragon. Spell of Pain. And their special summon, so all cards are returned again. Dark Jetroid, making that Lord of D a little weaker. Rados on the field, 1,000 attacks. Oh, Merrick already had this whole plan set up in his head. Now he has more life points than Seto, more than double. Summon Giant Germ to attack. Giant Germ's one of my older, more favorite cards. Just to be able to keep inflicting damage. When I was a kid, I really loved burn strategies. I remember going to a local tournament, and at the end of the game there was a three-way tie of who was supposed to win, so we had to do it like a three-way battle. And since my cards were burning, it kind of infected both players. And then they realized if they would have let me survive one more turn, they would have lost, and I would have won. So they killed me. In game, yeah. I had burning lands on the field, so... And then when I drew something, I probably would have done something. I don't remember what it was going to do, but... I knew I was going to win if they let me survive. Spirit Ryu, another character's boss monster. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully it's not too hot outside for everyone. This heat wave's spreading everywhere, it looks like. And looks like Kaiba might be winning this one. Never mind. Merrick set out, was holding out on that one. Can he survive another turn? Because I don't think he's going to. No, he's not. Merrick did try. Alright, next up is going to be Taya versus Yami Alexander. Yami Alexander is one of the new characters for this series. He's basically using all the cards that him and his companions used. So like the Mammoth, the Succubus, Dark Knight. Where's Taya? When I originally made the Castle Monsters tournament, well, my idea for it was Alexander and all his followers would have very similar decks, but the cards they played would be unique to each character. I also originally named all 4 of the companions based on various, like Alexander's 4 commanders. Or 4 of his commanders, I guess. Looking it up, there's 4 specifically on that I found easily, and said, okay, let's go. In history, I think they're all supposed to be men, but who cares? We changed one to a woman in for a video game tournament. Ultimate, I just combined into one big deck. Yami Alexander has that. And I also have a regular Alexander who has just regular knights, various variety of knights. Sheep is a really good card. I don't know what Toei is going to be able to conquer that right now. All she can do is play defensively until she can find a way out. And I would have summoned Dark Droid, but that was a bad play, because now Toei might be able having a chance now. I know Resheep has an effect, I don't know what it was exactly. Sacrifice it for a face down. Could be another Succubus, could be the Mammoth. Looks like she's also sacrificing for a Dark Magician. Oh, it's a Little Defense Shogun. Not sure if you could hear that crack neck. That was a crack. That was my neck. My neck was kind of hurting a little bit, so I was trying to crack it, make it feel better. But apologize if you heard it and it sounded gross. Looks like that misplay that Yami Alexander had was more or less doomed him right now, unless he can. Never mind. Unless he has a Kribo. Nope. Thea wins. Next up is Koji versus Sarah. Koji is a random guy that's in the first series and now the second series. Well, Toei anime and then the Battle City tournament. He only has like a 5-second duel with Kaiba using whatever cards he wanted to make the best deck ever. So I kind of gave him his deck kind of Kaiba's similar Duelist Kingdom deck, only altered to be his own with Shadow Bull and stuff like that. Other cards shown to be in his deck. Sierra is from Dark Sides of Dimensions. More or less the manga. You've seen kind of dueling Kaiba, but it was like off screen. So, both her and Aigami both have cubic decks, but different sets amount of cards in each one. They both are probably going to be winning these, unless they have to face each other, but Koji could still win. Never mind. I forgot that could happen. Next up is Solomon versus Kujirada. have the right Solomon Ron, right? Yep. The Solomon deck doesn't exist in real life, so I kind of gave him cards that were similar shaped and or effect. I also gave them ancient desert cards like the Ordeal of the Traveler and stuff like that. Fujirata is a kid with the digital pets, so I gave him digital bugs. He doesn't have a way to exceed or synchro or any of that stuff yet, so you can still make some powerhouses, as you can see. Looks like Kuji might have the advantage in this beginning of the duel. Let's see if he can keep going with this. So Serpent goes back to Solomon's hand. Mystical Space destroys the bug and armor and Emergent Provenance. Let's gain some life points as well. Kuji might not win this in this turn, but it looks like he might be winning in the next few turns. And Solomon draws some really good cards. But doesn't look like he's going to. That's 25 damage on the field right now. Just need summon one more, which that's another one. There we go. Yuji is the winner. Alright, next up is Ghost Kaiba versus Loomis. Ghost Kaiba is from the anime only. Uses a deck very similar to Kaiba. He works for Pegasus. Loomis is one of the masked people that works with Merrick, Rare Hunters. In the manga, there was a ventriloquist instead of the Ghost Kaiba. They play the same role. They play, I think, the same deck, honestly, in the manga and anime, but I did change them up for both this one and the other one. I know one of them, either Loomis or Umbra, has the Masked Beast. But the other one has the other masked beast. Not the ritual, but the other thing. Do not remember which one has which. Uh-oh, no more tributing. And from what I understand, that's only summon tributing. You can still use other tributes for like spells and traps and stuff like that. At least that's how Master Duel, a previous tournament, shown. Do not remember which duel or what, but Loomis is slowly killing himself, but Ghost Guy was keeping his own. It's the last time you can pay those. Okay, this one doesn't have the ritual, it has the other thing. Now what is Ghost Kaiba gonna do? Oh, he's summoning the Frenzy Panda. Because he knows that spell's not gonna affect him anymore. Goodbye and goodbye. Rantiki's on the field. Rush recklessly attack. Effect activates on the attack. That Pandas looks frenzied. So battle off time. Looks like Loomis had the exact opposite play. Now it's Loomis' turn. Let's see if he can. Even though he has the advantage this whole game, he's losing still. Let's see if he can continue with the advantage and win this. Mirror Force activated, destroying those two. But does he have another monster? No, he does not. If Ghost Kaiba summons a monster, he wins. Looks like he doesn't have a monster either. Okay, the 4-face beast is attacking. Ghost Kaiba's bricking again. Bankrupt this down. Unfortunately, it's not the right lamp. And Ghost Kaiba is the loser. Next up is Yugi versus Hirutini. There's Yugi up. This is Battle Before Time Yugi. And where are ya? Rotini, the gang boss who almost had Joey join his team. I almost had a version of the Battle Beyond Time antagonist, whatever the guy's name is, with the Paradox cards. But they're just Paradox, blue eyes and red eyes. That's another character I was thinking of doing, but so now I'm gonna wait until 5Ds and just have them have one deck it. Rotini kind of has like partial Duelist Kingdom Joey deck, but I added a few other cards like the boys, and some yo-yo cards because he's a gangster that uses yo-yos and electricity, but oh yeah, he also has the Goblin King because he's more or less a goblin. He's trying to be king of the goblins, whatever the fuck. Friendly language. Oh, he's having 2 cards face down. Another breaker. Or a defender, I mean. There's the boys. More or less, I expected Hirotani to lose. Just thought it'd be fun to just have thrown in there. And 2 monsters for the Dark Magician. Dark Magician, attack. Reinforcements. Not dead yet. Now he is. Alright, so next up is Kokurano versus Pharoah. And where is Pharoah? There you are. Pharoah is one of the Gate Guardian duo. And it's Koku, right? Yeah. Koku is a fortune teller. He's kind of gross. Pharoah, I guess, has the Labyrinth cards. Well, Dox has the Gate Guardian cards, I'm guessing. Since Pharoah and Dox are in the GX tournament, or not tournament, the GX seasons, I was updating their decks a little bit, but since there's no dark elements, I was trying to figure out a good ritual monster for them. I think I decided on the Mass Beast for him, since it has a pretty good attack power and would work as a good ritual to be kind of played with the Gate Guardian. I think it would fit the theme the best. Oh, you called it right. He cheats on fortune telling. Let's see if he's gonna call it right. Yes, he better. His fortune telling was a scam, so I kind of made that work in this series by showing the hands and fortune telling, which he's fortune telling. I think that's a monster. See? Cheat. Okay, no more black wire. Oh no, wait, it's on the black wire still. Mine and air can do that too, I guess? Yeah. Now, what is that? Did you call it right? No, you did not. You should have left that defense position monster on the field still. The Bale. I think you would have won if you left that like there. It would have been slow duel, but you would have won. Looks like Paris moving on. Next up is Sid versus Shoddy. Sid is one of the people that hangs out with Bones. Is it Shoddy right? Oh, Duelist Kingdom Shoddy. Season 0 or whatever. Oh, he has his own deck. Never mind. Oh. But yeah, Sid is the red hair one. I gave him a beast deck, or a fire deck, I mean. Yeah, he's a fire deck with his Firewing Pegasus as his boss monster. Shoddy, I don't remember exactly his deck, but I think it's Pac-Man strategy where you flip cards face down, possibly. I guess not. Maybe I don't remember what shoddy is actually. I guess he has Flying Wing Pegasus as well. I'm gonna look at the battle because I feel like I might have done something dumb because I don't remember what Shadi's deck is, but this doesn't feel like it. You never know, it could be. Okay, yeah, it is his deck. I don't remember exactly what the theming is for it, but I remember he did have a Magician of Chaos. I think I just stole a deck from one of the video games and just gave it to him there. And altered it to be his own, but that's what it is. I don't know if it's the Sheep game or number 7 or something. I said it looks interesting, it's different enough. And goodbye, Sig. Shoddy wins. Next up is Zasgekko versus Seto. Which Seto was it? Grand Champions? Yeah. I don't believe Seto ever dueled in the Grand Champion arc at all, but he's the main character. He pops in all the time, so I gave him a spot. And just another filler too. Where are you? There you are. Geto and Kaiba. This is like a concern with Pot of Greed and Duelist the Dark Witch. Seto is using his Raigeki really early. Lodge in. Reborn the Dark Witch. And you're attacking for 3,600. Looks like it. Let's reborn. Lajin. Summon Artemis, activate Sinker in the Sky. And do 34 damage. little too strong. Possessed Gecko does have one of the evil gods, whatever they're called, so there is a chance to summon it in this duel. He just has to pull it and summon it. He does have 3 monsters, so it could be any time. I do not remember which one has which. I think Cedar has one. The Avatar, I believe it's called. Gecko, I think, is the Slifer one. Mine's the Root one. I was wrong. And it went down the hole. Unlucky, unlucky. So Seto just put that into attack mode. There must be a reasoning. Oh, rush recklessly. But Nova Summoner can special summon Air Knight. And let's get Square Skull Redbird. Let's draw another card. For like the Egyptian gods and the evil gods and the other ones, all 3 god card types, I gave them 2 of each. In the GX manga there was the planetary cards, I gave them each 1 of each. Seto's just using that dragon to be defensive. If the Gecko can find a way to overpass it, he wins. A defensive monster? What does Kaiba have that's defensive? That's weird. Why'd you put in defense position? Did you set it for an attack or something? What is your strategy now? Nope, still not risking it. I guess that's time for the Graceful Charity. Radiant Gerald lets him gain another 1,000. Card face down. Yeah, he thinks it's time to end his turn. Go slowly running out of cards. Another Gerald. Looks like that's gonna be Blue Eyes' next target. Rogue Doll, Horn of the Heaven. Gerald gains another 1,000. There's 6 Gerald. And I think that doesn't make him gain another 1,000. That's not good. If he didn't summon another monster, that must mean he might be out. We have Summon Monk. Burial. For that for another Blue Eyes. Mysterious Bubble increase life points. Fairy Meter Crush on Blue Eyes. That's 1,400. 1,000. 1,100. And that is game. Seto Kaiba wins. Alright, next up is Tila versus Arthur. Tila. And Arthur. Tila is an art character. She uses vampires kind of like the Camilla from GX. Arthur uses basically the same deck as Solomon in the Grand Championship, only with his alterations. When it was destroyed, you could pay life points to. No, never mind. I guess not. Let's sacrifice that for another one. Pays by 100, it's a card to his hand. Sacrifices it for the Vampire Duke. Vampire Duke lets him to special summon the Familiar. Familiar activates, let him put a monster in his hand. Her hand. And the Violet Crystal. Powerhouse for Duke. She is one of 3 people that uses vampire cards in this tournament. The other one is the Sherlock's home guy from the Grand Championships. I give him the vampire deck. The structure deck from for 2005, 2006. From so long ago. Tila gave her semi-more modern vampires, not the most modern, but... And Carmela has her anime cards. I tried making them as different as possible, but they're all vampire themes, so... Still fun to use. Like I said, Tyrant and Dragons in both Arthur's and Solomon's decks. It was to represent the Ancient Dragon. What's Tila gonna do? Since Vampire Awakening on Vampire Lady. Trying to figure out what she wants to do. Sacrifice the familiar for another Duke. Duke's effect allows to special summon another Duke. Duke's effect allows to remove the trap card. He attacks. The Mirror Force is on the field as well. And move Emergency Provisions, gain another 1,000. The reason why I chose Arthur is because when Solomon was facing Joey, I think it was, we had little flashbacks where Arthur, they showed the younger Arthur playing versus Grandpa. I said, okay, they both duel. So let's give them the cards. Serpent is sacrificed for the Shadow Ghoul. Got Mirror Force. Another card face down. Familiar activates. Sacrificing one vampire. Put another one in his hand. Just crystal on the bat. And a card face down. Sinister Serpent goes back to the hand. And Arthur is using his Raigeki. Sinister is on the field. Attacks again for 300. Swords keeps it alive for one turn, so it doesn't get removed from play. Familiar is now summoning on the field again. Pays by 100. Put another card in his hand. The Retainer uses itself to sacrifice for another one. Another card face down. Bat is destroyed. Only removed this time. He is using the Pot of Grade. Plays the Vampire Awakening to get a familiar on the field. Familiar's effect activates. Retainer says let's eat it. And let's special summon Familiar back on the field. So recharge. It says, let's get rid of all these vampires. Tila is running out of cards really quickly. If she's not careful, she's going to lose by deck out. Okay, what's she doing? Swing the Bloodsucker. Second Bloodsucker. Third Bloodsucker. Your deal says that is a monster. Cybercharge activated. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, she did have 5 cards. I did not think she did. Oh, that she actually only had 5 cards. So it looks like Arthur, all he has to do is in his turn and he wins. Unless she can do some weird BS play to make it so he's the one that runs out of cards. Curse on the field and to his mystical space with him. Let's destroy those 2 cards. Now what? Are they saying that's Starcool? Let's get rid of everything. Does he want to finish this with the attack? No, he's not going to risk it. Draw. Tila loses. I built Arthur to be a generic loser character, but I guess he did okay. Next up is Wheela versus Teddy. Teddy is also a new character for the series. Which one's Wheela? I do not know what Wheela's deck is. My brain is saying the Machinists. Teddy, on the other hand, I took reference from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series and to create a new character. Becca's demonic teddy bear. Like I said, I wanted to add some fun characters randomly. Teddy uses a lot of teddy bears or bears. Not really much fluffles, few fluffles. But so far testing, Teddy will never play any of the full fusions. The 1 or 2 that I have in her deck, or its deck, whatever. It looks like Wheela is the dragon character, has dragonoid, like human look dragons. And then his boss monster is the Trihorn dragon, or Whitehorn dragon. I think it's Whitehorn. I don't think Teddy's gonna win this at all, but it's there for the LOLs. Mother Grizzly, summons another Mother Grizzly. Destroy to summon another Mother Grizzly. Yeah, it was either Teddy or the Rick and Morty Yugi. I was gonna throw in there, but instead we have way too many Yugis already, so let's do something dumb. Let's do something that could be interesting. Alright. This is getting close to game. 16, 2000, and 700. Oh, no 700. Troop Dragon, that's some special summon another Troop Dragon. As you can tell, some of the random characters I had are just based on like an animal or something to... Which there's enough of that animal, which is fun. Next up is Zito versus Clemeth. Zito was not named, but it was a guy that worked for Zito TV. So I just named him Zito. I don't think I put Clemeth in there. Let's see. Oh yes, it did have Clemeth. Clemeth is the antlion guy. Uses cards that are based on antlions and armor cards. Cards. I don't know why my S is doing that to me. Sorry if that's being distracting. Zito is a Milburn deck. Which might not make sense too well. but might make sense later on if you don't remember his previous match. It's greed. Anytime they draw outside the draw phase, they burn for 500 per card. So done right, they can burn to death. Greed. Made him draw a card, so it made him lose life points. One day apiece. No life points will be inflicted this turn. Shuffle destroys Bristow. Card face down. Since no life points are destroyed, but they lets him draw a card. Turn face down. Zito is one of the few characters I do give Fiber Jar to. Your Shadow Scout lets him draw 3 cards. Any spell cards are discarded. But since he drew 3 cards, he is going to lose 1500 life points. Looks like Zito is done. Next up is one of my representatives that I want to win is Crump versus Zygor. Crump, where are you, Crump? Crump is our penguin overlord. And Zygor is the other friend of Bandit Keith and Bones. In Battle City I gave him Thunder Dragons, but he has like a generic deck in this one for Duelist Kingdom. Not the Dragon Snow. Glacial Beast Penguin. That puts it back to your hand. Grump's playing defensive again. Looks like the Sorcerer is back on the field. This time it's a Mirror Force. I'm a penguin. Looks like it's time for the Night Dudes to show off with the 900 attack points. That show that Thunder Dragons are weak against the Penguin. The power of Penguin will compel you. Like Penguin's Lightning Raigeki. Looks like setting another card. Don't be scared, they're just penguins. Glacial penguins on the field. Its effect. Now for the flying penguin. See, Crump's already winning. Just need a few turns to be defensive first. Not the Guardian of the Throne. That's a little immune to some of the penguins. Nope, Crump's playing more defensive right now. Ligor is using Graceful Charity, drawing 3 cards, discarding 2. Summons another Guardian. The Glacier Penguin says, go back to the hand. Honestly, this Trump better not do very well. You just attacked the puny penguins. How dare you attack the puny penguins? My penguin army is not going to be happy anymore. Sacrifice 1 penguin for the Great Emperor Penguin. Great Emperor Penguin destroyed the one that tried to attack the puny penguins. Oh, you were trying to Mirror Force the penguin. And it looks like the penguins are now unhappy. You do not mess with the puny penguins. Cygor messed up. But he luckily had a dark hole. Otherwise this penguin mess was going to continue. Looks like Cygor does have some tainted wisdom with himself still. But will it be enough for another hidden penguin? Attacks the penguin soldier. And it says goodbye, both you guys. Crump says all the penguins are hiding right now. Don't worry about it. Come on, Crump, you gotta pull out some penguins. Ukazi, how dare you burn the penguins home? That was one bad mistake you did there. You allowed him to summon his Emperor Penguin back on the field. And this penguin wants revenge. Aw, man. Crump is lost. Disappointed. No. So I'm trying to get cheat. Next up is going to be Maya versus Joey. My. Where are you, Mai? There's Mai. And where's JoJo? Kind of plot duel, but different stacks with each other, so. My starting out the duel with the Pot of Greed. Someone's Skull Redbird. And it's gonna say follow the wind. In the mountains. Joey says time machine. Let's bring this card back. So we're going to use his effect first, and then he attacks again. And Joey says, "It's a cute little bird. I will take it. To remind me of you." And he ends his turn. Harper Lady is on the field. That's the blue flame swordsman again. And ends her turn. Uses 250, 900, and another 3450. If only my it's a little stronger than Duelist Kingdom. I have to face all grown up Joey. And JoJo is the winner. Next up is Totani versus Joey. Totani was one of the random guys in the Grand Championship. I gave him the Wind attribute structure deck. Witchimog, or whatever the bird is. Where are you? There you are. And Joey's already on the field. There we go. Totani starting to duel with the Crystal Charity, starting 2 cards, and 3 cards face down. She protects the Blade Fly. And 2 cards face down. Mystical destroying that one. Not the Skull Dice. Whenever the card face down. Walk Warriors on the field. And looks like they both are allowed to attack. So Tony has nothing, looks like. He's not going to be able to survive any more turns. He gotta draw it out, and he needs to draw it now. Nope, looks like Totani is lost already. Turn 8 victory. Next up is Alexander versus Seto. Where are you, Alexander? Alexander, you are... Where did I put you? The Great. That's the... there. Like I said, I gave Alexander all night cards. I think I gave him a light ritual card to go against the Rashif. I don't remember which one though. Oh, okay, Shinato. Never mind. That was easy then. Because Alexander is supposed to be the king of a higher plane himself, so... At least that's how they want him to portray it or something. Alexander the Great. White Dragon Head attacks. Your life wins back to full 65. Mirror Force is activated. Destroys both monsters. What is the Alexander? Summon the Valkyrian Knight. My original idea for Alexander was look for all the cards in Yami Alexander's deck and see if I could find light or other attribute versions of similar monsters with similar levels, but that did not turn out very well, so I went with the night themes. Looks like Alexander is moving up. Next up is Jiro versus Docs. Sounds like one of my neighbors are home trying to cook something. Or chop something in the kitchen. Or hammer something to the wall, I don't know. Jiro's summoned the Jirogumo. Jiro uses spider cards. Later in the series, there is a guy with a spider deck with the Kokimeros, or whatever, not. The something Immortals. The Nazca Lion Monsters. I don't remember what they're called right now, but there's one with another guy with spiders. I tried giving this guy with most of his decks spider themed character like monsters, but not with spider in the name. There are a few with spider in the name, but there's early sucky spiders. Now all his monsters are dark. I don't remember why he put Lair of Darkness. Maybe because he was working in a restaurant as a manager, and that's kind of like a lair. I don't know. Let's space the Mirror Force. Good job, good catch. Yes, he's waiting on Jirogumo. Spider destroys that. And looks like he's finishing this off with Jirogumo. The spiders have won. Next up it's going to be Miho versus Duke. Miho is the character that was part of the Yugi gang and the Toei anime. But once they went to the series everyone knows and loves, she disappeared. She's gone. Not really mentioned. Since she dressed like a mermaid once, I gave her a mermaid deck. Alright, so we'll start. Looks like Mio's starting off. And a card face down. The only tank is it cannot defend against a girl in a clamshell. Time for Mermaid Knight on the field. Mermaid Knight attacks. Mrs. Yuri destroys the Mermaid Knight. It looks like Red Archery Girl is gonna do her own attack. She's playing a little defensive right now. Another Red Archery. Dice Drawer, that's a very dangerous game. 3 versus a 3. Let's roll again. 5 versus a 4. If that was a 6 that she rolled, she would have won right then. Amazon Seeds. Red Archer Girl seeing a little turtle shell backpack. And this looks like it's gonna be game. Next up is Ryuichi versus Bandit Bakura. Bandit Bakura. Ryuichi is the luck guy from season 0. He thinks he's super lucky. And he's facing Bandit Bakura. Bandit Bakura has Diabound. I think he has Zera. Not Zera, whatever the boss is. The ritual monster, I forgot what his name is. I think he has Fiends, but I don't remember what else he has. I think he had like a winged eagle-like thing, and it's that like his stone tablet. So I think that's what I represent this thing for. Either that, or it's for the effect. As you can tell, Ryuichi is very luck-based, but I don't think he's gonna have a chance right now. Let's see what Needle Wall's gonna do. Needle Wall destroys one. Let's see what Roulette Barrel's gonna do. Nothing. Ryuichi is not looking like he has any chance anymore. Roulette Barrel. At least it's not going to be a perfect game anymore. So you're scared to attack this with the Singen. Here's a Charity, get rid of 2 cards. Defenses. Second Needle Wall. And sacrifice for Dire Bound. So Ryuichi has his Mirror Force. And of course says let's get rid of that defensive. Now Bandit the Core has a 1000 attack monster, he wins. Looks like he does. He does. Thank you, because I do not want Ryuichi to be in the next round. I do not like Ryuichi. Next up is Alistair versus Ventriloquist. Alistair and Ventriloquist. I think Alistair has both tunes and some soldier-like cards. And who is he facing? That was Ventriloquist. Are you? There you are. Like I said, Ventriloquist was replaced with Skybo. Alistair is using his tune table contents to weed out his deck for a tune world. Summons that. Cyber Soldier is sacrificed for the Dark Magician Girl, and he ends his turn. Alistair tries attacking, but Mirror Force says get away. Another card face down. Two Master, let him draw a card. Also doing the Seal or Calcos. Now Cyber Soldier's good big beefy monster with 1850. Cyber Soldier destroys a card. And so it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, I mean. You destroyed the wrong face down card. You should attack this human world. Blue Eyes would have been destroyed as well. Unless you already had a plan for that. Cyber Jar. And Potter reads his hand. Lunar Sun 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sets, to the hand, and to the hand. Potter lets me draw 2 cards. There's 2 for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Destroys the kinetic soldier. Two cards face down. Toon Alligator is destroyed. Toon Mask. That's from the Toon Goblin Attack Force. Goblin Attack Force attacks for 2800 and goes to defense position. And he ends his turn. Alistair's on the very edge. Can you turn this around? No card face down. He ends his turn. And the Ventriloquist wins. Next up is Joey versus the 5 God Dragons. It's Joey, Duelist Kingdom. Five God Dragon. That's another Castle Monsters character that I've basically put together. Just put together all the dragons that were for the Five God Dragon and built a deck around it. Like I said, I was really thinking about doing a Castle Monsters tournament, but the decks were kind of crappy. I didn't like them, most of them. Yeah, got fusion, so I can get this Aqua Dragon that was in the series. I would say using that for sacrificing monsters, but I don't know what they're hammering, but looks it. I know yesterday they were trying to hammer like some new shades over their windows, so I think they might be doing something similar on this side now. If you guys can hear the knocking, like the thingy. This is actually the loudest I've heard them since they moved in like a month or two ago. I've not met them yet. They're shut-ins like me, I guess. Don't hang out outside. So they're doing Ready Fusion to get another Aqua Dragon on the field. Sacrifice for Luster Dragon number 2. Luster Dragon number 1 attacks. And Joey seems to be losing this, but he's T setting. He might have a chance. So they're gonna pay 1,000. Mirror Force. Recognize that for Lava Swamp Guardian. Swamp Bodyguard, Battle Guard. That's what Battle Guard. That's what it's called. Nothing for the Tyrant Dragon and Tyrant Dragon. Made Joey Wheeler win. I was not expecting that one. Next up is Yami Bakura versus Akadin. Akanid wanted the priest to protect Yugi, or Atem. I gave him Summon Skull. And Yumi Bakura is more of his Battle City tournament deck. Trying to get the final. so he's playing defensive. The Archwing Eater of Nefariousness attacked and has made him into his turn. Earthbound Immortals, that's what they're called. I knew I would remember it eventually. The Nazca Alliance, that's what I'm talking about. One of the main villain teams used those in the 5Ds tournament. For them, I think I'm going to give each one 2 of those. So they're not playing it every duel, but pops out a decent amount of times. Pays 500, gets the Archwing Eater. Roll attacks for 2,000. And Akhenaten, he is also Seto's father, pre-Seto's father. This down, he ends his turn. His father agreed. And Earl is finishing this off. Bakura is the winner. Next up is Joey versus Kaiba. Which Joey? Yeah, gotcha. And Dark Side of Dimensions, though. There you are. Grand Champion Joey and Dark Side of Dimensions Seto Kaiba. Joey summons the Time Wizard of Tomorrow to attack the Lord of D. And 2 cards face down. Calibrated Red Eyes on the field. Attacks life points. So it is the Time Wizard of Tomorrow. Seto's gonna pull off Time Wizard's effect. No, he's not. He tried though. Looks like Soto is bricked. Very unlucky for him. That was a quick duel. Next up is Shane versus Aigami. Shane is from the Grand Championships. I gave him the fire deck, I believe. I believe it's the Guitar guy. Alright. Aigami is Dark Admission, he uses cubes. It looks like they're knocking outside somewhere. And that was a quick duel. Could have been a draw eventually, but next up is Yami Yugi versus Kyoruku. Kyoruku, I believe, is a girl who was in like prom queen. Like, she was trying to take prom queen from Miho. And the tournament, I mean the shadow game is they all pull roses from each other or off her. And where, yeah. I am blind. Where is she? She saw all the roses that were on, like, in her hand, so she said, "Oh yeah, easy." So they did the thing. Kyoruko was the last one to pull a rose, which she thought she was going to win. But Yugi says, "There's one in your hair," and grabs it, and she lost. Do not remember what her punishment was. But as soon as she did roses, I gave her a plant deck. I was trying to give her a very cheap rose deck, but Most rose cards are a little too strong. Please tell me the Chimera, the Flying Mystical Beast, Monster Warning, Jack's Knight, Summoning Alpha. Roku on the wrong card. I would have done the Chimera and maybe attack the other one, but Gazelle or Chimera, attack. Next up is Anubis versus Spellcaster Yugi. Anubis. And Spellcaster, it's Spellcaster Armor Yugi, or Chaos Magic Yugi. It's one of the Capsule Monster armors. There's Anubis. And one armor. What did I name it? Magic armor. As I said, for Capsule Monsters, I made like a regular Yugi, a Yami Yugi, a Dark Magician armor, a Magician of Chaos armor, Lackluster armor, Blue Eyes armor, Unity armor. Way too many armors. Way too many Yugis. You don't need that many Yugis. So you combine the Dark Magician and the Magician of Black Chaos ones. Kinda like I did with the Blue Eyes and the Buster Blader ones. Actually, I don't think I put... I think I took Blue Eyes out of the Buster Blader armor one. Possibly. I don't remember fully. It looks like Anubis might be losing this one. The skin kind of looks like the other Sphinxes, so that's why he's in there. Alright, goodbye Anubis. I was hoping you would move on. Next up is Trudge versus Yami Yugi. Trudge. Real name Tetsu from the Toei anime. But he's returns in the 5D as Trudge. And he's fighting Waking the Dragons Yugi. Just regular Yugi, right? Or Yami Yugi. Never mind. Like I said, since Tetsu was from 5Ds, I gave him motorcycle cards to represent his card games on motorcycles that bury that meme. Yami Yugi is focused on the dragon Tamidius, I think it is called. The Waking the Dragon for Yugi. They confused with Dark Magician. Looks like a lot of the Sol decks were in the top bracket, so this set of rounds is going to be a little shorter than the other one, I believe. Unless the next few ones are all like takes 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Tetsu, I think, has a good chance to win this. Yami Yugi just needs the right cards in his hand and he can take the victory himself. And since Yugi cheats, well, I guess he's not cheating today. Rival the Doku Rider. Doki Ro Rider. Yami Yugi, what are you gonna do? He's gonna summon a breaker. That's 300. And looks like Tetsu is winning. Or Trudge. Next up, Cedar versus Shoddy. Shoddy. In Shoddy, where, yeah. Cedar, I believe, didn't duel in tournament, but I gave him a deck. Do not remember what it was. And this shoddy is like a zombie flip face down Pac-Man strategy deck. So you place 2 cards face down. Warrior 0 is on the field, and 2 cards face down. Because Cedar's an Archfiend type deck. I think he runs the Mazera Deville. Celebrate you. Warrior 0 is back on the field. Let's go space, the Bark of Dark Ruler. Fiend Planet, can't attack face down. Death Sakuda is on the field, lets him draw a card. Royal Keeper goes face down. The Sakuda goes face down. War 0 attacks, destroys that thing. Royal Keep gets a little stronger. The Sakuda lets him draw a card. And Wandering Mummies on the field. Looks like Shoddy is going to increase his life points a little bit. Thanks to Sebek. Royal Keeper says let's go down. Scooter, let's go down. Wandering Movie, let's go down and shuffle. Does Luca, lets him draw a card. Summons Locust, summons the Royal Knight, summons the Wandering Mummy. Does go to attacks the Spear Cretan. Spear Cretan is destroyed, so he gets special summon Warrior 0 and a William Seeker. One go face down. One go face down. One go face down. And Wandering Mother shuffles. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let's look at us. Draw a card. Device for Millennium Golem. And every other card goes face up. And Shoddy is the winner. Next up is Tristan versus Possessed Joey. Which Joey? Possessed Joey. Christian, where are ya? And possess Joey. Looks like our man Yugioh is starting first with his Black Panther. Or Panther Warrior. Christian's used Potter's Greed. Says he likes his Panther Warrior. It says let's destroy that spell card. Sacrifice that for the Swamp Battle Guard. Swamp Battle Guard attacks for 1800. Joey summons the second Panther Warrior. Tristan says it's time to Dark Hole that. And attacks with Robo Yarrow. But that baby dragon looks like it was strong enough to attack. So Tristan's on the defensive right now. Baby dragon attacks. Joey's slowly catching up. And that put Joey in first place. Need a dragon. Joey can inflict 3,000 damage next turn, but... And looks like Tristan is wrecked. There we go. JoJo is the winner. Next up is Taya versus Siegfried. There's Taya. And Siegfried's at the very bottom almost. There we go. Who has the better fairies? Siegfried's starting out with 2 cards face down. Taya's starting with a face down card. That was for a ritual. Looks like there is a Valkyrie with equipped Valkyrie on the field. It looks like she's playing a little defensive now. Looks like Teia's not doing too good in this tournament, or this round. Well, that's something. Keep her protected for a little bit. Not gonna help because Nuzzler's gonna go back to the top of the deck, but there we go. Siegfried is the winner. Alright, there we go. The first, well, part 2 of round 1 is already ended. There's a lot of members. Let's just bring this down to the top 128. There we go. I'm going to stop right here, take a quick break, and have episode 4 start out with this. Alright. See you guys soon.